What'd you do?
I don't know, this damn thing. Here we are again, guys. Here we are back again live for a second time today. Earlier today, we were live for the announcement of Patrick Queen being signed by the Pittsburgh Steelers by Omar Khan, making a great splash. Had a good start to the day. Very good start. We knew something else could have happened today, but I don't know if any of us would have anticipated this exactly to happen with Diontae Johnson being traded. There were rumors the last couple weeks. There was actually a legitimate report just a couple days ago, this past weekend, that they would listen to offers. It didn't take long. Ladies and gentlemen, it did not take long, man. Diontae Johnson has been traded to the Carolina Panthers. In exchange, Diontae Johnson and a 7th-round pick, this year's 7th-round pick. In exchange for Donte Jackson, a cornerback, and a 6th-round pick, a very early 6th-round pick. So as far as I'm concerned, we have 2 6th-rounders. But
I'll take 2 6-rounders.
I'll take 2 6-rounders, absolutely.
I won't complain about that.
But they traded Diontae Johnson, and when we heard the news, I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, they actually did it.
Yeah, the rumors circulating between Diontae Johnson being traded, it was one of those things where it was believe it till you see it type of things.
Absolutely.
And Dan called me. I was at work. Dan called me. I'm like, what happened now? What did the Steelers do? Who did the Steelers sign? They didn't sign anybody yet. And he's like, we traded Diontae Johnson. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, are you serious? He's like, yes, I made sure. It's a real Adam Schefter.
Oh, yeah, I refreshed the app 5 times just to make sure because I thought I was getting pranked. No, they actually traded Diontae Johnson.
That's legit.
It's legit, and I'm going to be real with you guys, man. We're going to be 100% real with you guys. We are not a fan of this trade. We are not a fan of what we got back for Diontae Johnson.
At the moment, I'm going to be blunt. At the moment, I don't like it.
As of now, in our opinion, it's a bad trade by the Steelers. But we know more is coming because there is absolutely something up Omar Khan's sleeve. He has something in mind. He has a plan. He has a method to this madness. There is no way they traded their number 2 wide receiver to not sign another receiver via free agency. They're going to. And obviously, as we all know, now wide receiver is a huge need and will be addressed early on into the draft. Within the first 3 picks, undoubtedly. But Diontae Johnson is traded to the Panthers for a player swap, pretty much. Player swap and pick swaps for Donte Jackson. Let's talk about the positives and let's talk about the negatives of this. The positives are Donte Jackson is experienced with 76 career starts. He's been in every single year starter since being drafted by the Panthers.
Yep.
He's fast. He brings speed back to the secondary, which Lord knows we needed. And he's decent. He's mid, I would say.
He's a mid cornerback, too. He'll fill that cornerback 2 vacancy role at the moment.
But I think that's where the positives end.
I can't think of any else.
I think that's where the positives end. Because
let's get into the negatives.
The negatives are the Steelers barely save any cap space in this move because they only save what? What was it? $500,000?
If I can get it right here, from Spot Rack on Twitter, X, whatever. Diontae Johnson leaves behind $5.8 million of dead cap to the Steelers, bringing a 1-year, $10 million contract to Carolina with $3 million due on Friday. So Carolina will take that contract and that roster bonus. Donte Jackson leaves behind $9.7 million of dead cap to the Panthers, bringing a 1-year, $10.6 million contract to Pittsburgh, $4 million due on Friday. That is what we will be succumbing. That's what the Steelers will be dealing with.
And he's in the last year of his contract.
Yeah, of the extension he signed back in 2022, I believe.
Yeah.
And Pitt adds $522,500 of cap space per the move.
So we get a 28-year-old, soon to be 29-year-old cornerback at the last stages of his career or prime, I guess. I don't even know what a prime is considered for a mid player, but he's in the final stages of that. He's in the final year of his contract. We barely save any cap space from this move. It's pretty much a complete swap.
That cap
Player,
space, that
contract, it's a complete swap.
That cap space we saved is enough for a practice squad player.
Yeah, and we now have a gaping hole at wide receiver, which should be addressed. Let's see how this plays out. Again, there's a method to Con's madness. We got to trust him here. There's no way he would trade away Johnson without having something up his sleeve.
Yeah.
And now we get a decent cornerback 2 that still doesn't address cornerback 2. It addresses it for a short amount of time. It addresses it for maybe half the season. Also, another concern with Donte Jackson is he's injury prone.
Yes, he's only, really injury prone.
He's only finished 2 full seasons.
And what, 7 years?
Something like that. He's only finished 2 full seasons. And he's very inconsistent. Very inconsistent.
Yeah. And the injury concern most recently, a torn Achilles back in 2022.
But he started 16 games last year.
Which is good. He finished the season, starting healthy, which is good. But yeah, he's very inconsistent in coverage. From what I've seen, his tackling is a bit of an issue. I mean, if you look at his stats, I mean, almost every year is double digits of missed tackles. I understand he's a cornerback. Cornerbacks aren't exactly the best tacklers, but for an outside corner, I mean, that is quite a concern in my opinion.
Right.
I mean, we deal with enough missed tackles on the defense. So, but he's an up and down player. He's a very inconsistent type of player, but especially in coverage.
Well, it kind of makes this play very even when it comes to the Steelers and the Panthers because they're each getting hot and cold players with similar contracts.
I suppose.
And what it appears to me more so, because this is not, I think we could have gotten more out of Diontae Johnson. I don't think it could have been what I was hoping for, like a second or a high third-round pick. That was, what it appears now is obvious, just blind hope. And according to Mike Garafolo, I don't know if you heard this. According to Mike Garafolo, the Steelers were in talks with the Chiefs before trading Diontae to the Panthers.
Yeah, I did not hear about this.
So
is news to me now.
What that tells me is they were in talks for Snead. Because if they got Donte Jackson in return for Johnson, they obviously had to be in talks with Snead. Now, the negative of that would be you're trading Diontae to a conference rival, to a conference opponent, the best quarterback in the league. Do you want to give Mahomes Diontae Johnson?
Well, not just Diontae Johnson, but for Snead, I mean, the Chiefs were going to want big capital at the same time. The Steelers were not going to give that up.
No.
They weren't going to do that.
No. So the Steelers ultimately decided to trade Diontae Johnson.
God, tongue twister.
The names are similar. Diontae Johnson to the Panthers for Donte Jackson. And it doesn't really benefit the Steelers in a lot of ways because, again, they don't save a lot of cap. They still have to address cornerback 2 in the draft because Donte Jackson's not the complete fix. He's like a temporary mold there. And we have to address wide receiver. So it doesn't help the Steelers a lot. Thus, for now, it's a bad trade in our opinion because I think it hurts us a little more, and we could have gotten a little more out of Diontae Johnson, which we didn't. But that tells me they just wanted to get Diontae out of there, or Diontae wanted to get out of there himself. It appears Diontae did not want to be here no more.
And that's just pure speculation from me and Dan's part right here. We're not trying to throw a narrative out there, but it's just pure speculation. It came off as Diontae was just done with Pittsburgh. Like, he didn't really want to be, his heart was not fully in Pittsburgh.
Well, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah.
And just seeing, how he is on the field sometimes and there's no effort and this and that, just the comments he was making, the tweets he was making, it appears he did not want to be in Pittsburgh no more. That's just my honest opinion. And you know what Mike Tomlin says? We want volunteers, not hostages.
Right.
Diontae, in my opinion, does not want to be here. So the Steelers said, okay, you don't want to be here? We're going to trade you. And we're going to trade you for someone that can come in and fill a little bit of a hole.
Yeah, and replacing Diontae Johnson is no worry of mine.
No, we're the Pittsburgh fucking Steelers. Swear jar, which has nothing in here. But yes.
You guys get the point. We're the Pittsburgh Steelers. Wide receiver is nothing. We can replace Diontae Johnson with a Victoria's Secret mannequin. It's that easy for them.
Yeah.
It's their go-to. It's in their DNA.
No, I mean, we're not fearing. There's a Hakuna Matata
Seattle Miedo, yeah.
Yeah, there's no worry in getting rid of Diontae Johnson. George Pickens is now our number one, and everyone has faith in George Pickens being the number one because the past 2 years, he has been the number one.
Yeah.
He had 1,000 yards last year, one of the most atrocious quarterback situations. My goodness.
Yeah.
Imagine him with Wilson and the play action scenario with Arthur Smith. My goodness. I'm very curious to see who the Steelers are going to add to wide receiver room.
Yeah, there's no doubt that they are going to be signing a wide receiver right now.
Because they're absolutely, like you said, signing a wide receiver, and they're absolutely drafting one.
Yeah.
Those are inevitable.
With this trade happening, there's no doubt in my mind that Omar Khan was in discussion with one of the top wide receivers in free agency before trading Diontae. He's talking to somebody,
and
whether that's Calvin Ridley, whether that's Tyler Boyd, whether that's anybody else, because they could also sign Depp at the same time.
I really think a guy like Tyler Boyd coming to Pittsburgh is a little more likely now.
Probably.
It makes sense. He's a scheme fit. He's a tough receiver. He's got that leadership ability. He's from Pitt. He played in Heinz Field before going to the Bengals.
Yeah.
I don't care what his past comments were. He was 100% correct. He knows what it's like to play in Pittsburgh. You bring that dude in if you can. A guy like Calvin Ridley would be a hell of a signing.
I think it'd be another slam dunk signing, dude.
I know he's 29 years old, but he just put up 1,000 yards with Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, coming back from suspension.
He'd be a great number 2.
Yeah. Imagine that duo, that size, man. Ridley and Pickens.
God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just saying. Yeah, again, as of now, in our opinion, this is a bad trade because we have a hole at receiver. We still got to address cornerback, too, because, again, Jackson's not the complete fix. But he has something up his sleeve. He has to. He wouldn't just get rid of Johnson and just leave a gaping hole, another gaping hole for us to fix.
No, Khan's not stupid.
No, he's not stupid whatsoever.
He's got something up his sleeve. I'm confident in that for sure. He's talking to somebody, and they're definitely scouting some of the top receivers.
Yeah.
Some of the best. I mean, it is a stacked wide receiver draft class.
Oh, my God. Oh, my, one of the most stacked in years. And they've talked to some of the best, some of the top receivers in the draft, man.
Yes,
so, again, where there's smoke, there's fire. And it seems like that fire has now just been lit.
Oh, Khan threw that match right there.
Absolutely.
He threw that match.
So I don't think the Steelers are going to draft a receiver round 1 because I think center and tackle are still more necessary positions, especially center. I mean, look at the sign.
That's not changing.
You can draft a receiver maybe round 2, maybe round 3. It depends how the board falls. It really does.
Yeah.
In our minds, we're still going center first round and tackle second or third round, depending on who falls. Receiver, either way, second or third is likely the pick. 100%. And there's so many options there, dude. So many options. It's so deep. I mean, I'm just going to throw names out there. I mean, this is in between rounds 1 and 3. I'm just going to throw names out there. Brian Thomas, with his size and speed. Same thing with a Lade McConkey from Georgia. Are you kidding me? An A.D. Mitchell, a Roman Wilson, a Keon Coleman. I know he's a little slower, but he's got great size.
Yeah, he does.
Who else is there? Ricky Pearsall from Florida?
Brendan Rice.
I mean, come on. No issue whatsoever. So when it comes to replacing him, it's not even an issue. So I have no concern with that whatsoever. I'm more so interested to see who they pick up in free agency.
Yeah.
Because like you said, they have something up their sleeve. They have talked to somebody. I would expect the move to be happening within the next day.
It's got to be. It's got to be. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's got to happen. I mean, the window's closing with some of these guys.
Yeah.
The Steelers got to strike. The Steelers got to make a deal sometime. Could be late tonight. Next thing you know, we're live at 2 a.m. talking about Steelers signing wide receiver. I don't know.
I'll be asleep by then.
I don't know.
I'll be asleep by then.
I mean, so will I. I mean, like, no notification is going to wake me up that much.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But yes, the Steelers did trade Diontae Johnson, got Donte Jackson out of it, plus a late pick swap. So there you have it.
And we'll see how Donte Jackson can do as cornerback 2 in the black and gold.
Yeah.
Again, we expressed his inconsistencies as a corner. His tackling is up and down. His size, I mean, the size kind of worries me for an outside guy.
Well, he's played nothing but outside.
I know he has.
He's not playing the slot. The Steelers might entertain that, but he has only played 173 slot snaps in his entire NFL career.
Yeah.
So I don't see him being a
at,
slot weapon.
Yeah, and at this point, at his age, where he is in the contract year, they're just going to experiment him as outside. They're going to fill that cornerback too.
I mean, he would be a better slot option, but again, he hasn't done that since his LSU days.
Yeah, unless he absolutely stands out in OTAs and training camp.
I don't know, man. If he can stay,
And where they draft a cornerback, because that's still happening.
yeah,
There's no question about it.
I think they're definitely drafting a corner. It's probably mostly going to be day 3 unless someone falls, because the way the cards are, the way our needs are right now, there's no one in free agency that can fill center and tackle. There's no answers there.
No.
Not in our opinion.
No.
Maybe a Connor will. Maybe. But again, his medicals need to check out. But maybe. Otherwise, no one else at center or tackle are answers at that position. They got their cornerback too for now. And very much like I thought with if we got like an Awuzie or a Sean Murphy Bunning, right? Maybe they could come and be the cornerback too, and then whoever they would draft would sit and develop underneath.
Yeah.
And that could still be the case. That should still be the case because they still got to draft someone to develop. Unless they really like Corey Trice enough. But again, he's undetermined. He got hurt the first day of pads.
Yeah, he missed his rookie year. So essentially, this upcoming season would be his rookie year.
Yeah.
It's essentially another Calvin Austin type of situation. How much are they going to rely on the potential there?
And you look at, now we need wide receiver. So you're looking at center, tackle, wide receiver in any order the first 3 picks.
Mm-hmm.
We would have to wait for corner till maybe day 3. Maybe someone falls.
There's a couple gems out there.
Yeah, there's a couple I really like that could sit and develop.
But there's also the possibility where a stud cornerback, especially in a stacked cornerback class early on, drops down. It would be a situation where the Steelers just can't pass up on.
Then they would have to push another position back, which would be center or tackle or receiver.
Which, I mean, if I'm looking at that, if cornerback's the first pick, the next pick has to be center, no question about it.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Yeah.
Then you would probably have to push back either wide receiver or tackle. I could see possibly wide receiver push down.
Yeah.
Maybe they draft a stud in the 4th round.
They could. There's plenty of studs there.
Yeah. In the 3rd round, you could pick still a solid tackle and have him develop with how stacked tackle is day 2.
Yeah, that's true. Even though, and plus they're denial and Dan Moore.
Yeah, that too.
We gotta stress that because that's still a likely scenario there. But I mean, the biggest thing with Donte Jackson right now, in my opinion, is he's gonna have to take a pay cut. They're gonna have to do something about that contract.
Yeah, was it 10.5 mil, 10.6 mil?
Yeah.
That's too steep.
They're gonna have to. It's legitimately a player and a contract swap from their inconsistencies, from their hot and cold, just how they play on the field, and the contracts. It was a legitimate player and contract swap between the Steelers and the Panthers. The Panthers were going to trade or release Jackson anyway. Mm-hmm. And Diontae didn't want to be here no more, or so I assume. The Steelers didn't want him no more. Clearly they traded him. And let's be real, man. We got to add this as well. He wasn't a fit for Arthur Smith's scheme. He wasn't.
No.
He was entering the last year of his contract, and if he really didn't want to be here, he was just going to walk. We weren't going to resign him. So we did get something out of it. That something is a mid cornerback too, where he might start half the season. I don't know. Depends on how he plays. Depends if he can be healthy enough. We'll see what happens.
I just see Jackson as nothing more than a fill-in at the moment.
Yeah.
That's just what I see.
Yeah. I mean, again, we hope they draft a guy and develop him underneath. That's probably what's going to happen. But, it's with that contract that could make this a little more salvageable.
Depends what they do.
Maybe they extend them a year to cut it in half. Maybe they do a pay cut. I mean, there's so many other ways they can still create cap space.
They could, yeah.
But, I mean, otherwise, again, as of now, I'm not feeling this trade. I'm not a big fan of it. I think we could have gotten some a little better out of Johnson. I think we definitely could have gotten more out of the guy that Johnson is, the caliber player he is. But ultimately, we got this, and Khan's got to do something else. He has something brewing.
Yeah.
Something in that dastardly bald head of his, and I say that with all due respect. He's got something going on. He's got something planned, and I can't wait to find out what it is.
We're just going to have to play the waiting game with this situation, just see how everything plays out. We'll see how Donte Jackson can do in the black and gold. We'll see what Omar Khan has up his sleeve when it comes to wide receiver and filling cornerback just as much.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. But, I mean, at least we do have a cornerback 2 to start the season. So
it fills a position,
for
so
now,
to speak.
For now. For at least half the season, in my opinion. Because I did mention that if we were going to trade Diontae, it would either have to be for a high pick, which was definitely a pipe dream of mine now looking at it,
Yeah.
or a player that could fill a gaping hole. And technically, they did. Not completely, but they did. So in that factor, I suppose it's a decent trade, but I just don't think that it benefits the Steelers in any way because we still got to address cornerback 2 for the future, and we now have a big hole at receiver, and we don't save a lot in cap space. It's a lot more negatives than positives here.
Depending on what Khan does and depending on how this all plays out, maybe our tone will change.
And that's exactly what it is. As of now, not a big fan of it, and we think this is an L for the Steelers.
Yeah, man. Maybe we'll look back at this after everything happens.
Yeah.
And plays out, and then maybe we'll look back and be like, you know what, that wasn't that bad. Wasn't too bad of a trade.
What did they used to say? Trust the process. I gotta trust the process. I have to trust Khan,
Yeah.
and I do. That's the thing. I trust the process. I trust what he's going to do. I'm very interested to see who he adds at wide receiver. Depending on who he adds at wide receiver in free agency, mostly is really going to boost the morale of this trade.
Yep.
But Diontae's gone, man. Diontae's gone. And for the Panthers fans that may be tuning in, if you guys want a true, honest opinion on what player you guys are getting, you're getting a very good wide receiver. You're getting a very solid wide receiver. He does have his issues. He has the drops, which have been a little less common lately. He does have his plays where he likes to run backwards and lose yardage, or he has a first down and he likes to just go around everywhere and then lose yardage. He does have those errors. He does. There are some plays where he lacks effort. Like he just won't reach out for the catch, or he won't make a block, or it's like he just doesn't exist on the play.
Yeah.
Those have been reoccurring ever since the Steelers drafted him. All 3 of those have been reoccurring. But you're getting a very good wide receiver who will be a very nice weapon for Bryce Young.
Mm-hmm.
If Young has the protection and can develop to the next level. So I'll give you that. You're getting a very good wide receiver. Just depends if they extend him or not.
Yeah, I wonder how that's going to play out for Carolina.
Well, they get no loss in this.
They really don't.
They don't.
They get rid of a guy that they were looking to get rid of anyway.
Exactly. So
and then they bring in a target that gets a lot of targets when he was with the Steelers.
Yep.
And it's somebody for Bryce Young to throw the ball to. They were in the market for a wide receiver regardless.
Yeah.
Dating back to last season. So the Panthers got what they wanted.
Yeah. And if Johnson doesn't get an extension with the Panthers, they literally lose nothing.
Yeah.
They got him for a year. They got a target for Young. And if he walks, then all they had to do was pay him however much.
Yeah.
Simple as that. They lose nothing. It's not like they got rid of a big, massive high pick. They trade away a player they're already going to get rid of in a 6th-round pick.
Yeah. So again, Carolina did and got exactly what they wanted, what they were seeking.
And the Steelers got what they wanted. They wanted a cornerback, too. They knew what they wanted to get out of Diontae Johnson. They tried it with the Chiefs. At least that's what I assume. I mean, if they were getting Jackson from the Panthers, they definitely tried to get Snead from the Chiefs.
Yeah.
But either the cost was too high, or they just did not really want to give Patrick Mahomes Diontae Johnson.
Both of those could have played a factor.
So they ultimately went with someone with a lot of experience. A multi-year starter, every year starter since being drafted. You got those factors. You got the speed. You got a decent guy. But you got a guy, I would say, at the tail end of his good years with injury concerns and very inconsistent in coverage. You got a better Levi Wallace, a faster Levi Wallace. But I think Donte Jackson is better than Levi Wallace. He's an upgrade over Levi Wallace.
I suppose.
But he's still.
I'll give him that.
But we still need an actual cornerback too, which is why I stress we got to draft one probably in the 4th round, just seeing how many needs we have now.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, time will tell. There's a poll in the chat. How you guys feeling? 387 votes. 68% Ians say, is it a good or bad trade? 68% say it's a good trade.
And that's what the live chat thinks.
We'll see how it pans out, man. Again, Khan definitely has something up his sleeve. He's going to do something. He's got someone soon to be locked in. I'm very curious to find out who it is. If I had to say someone, if I had to put money on it, I'm going to say Tyler Boyd. It just makes the most sense. Calvin Ridley would be great, and I never would have thought they would have gotten a Calvin Ridley this offseason. But Tyler Boyd looks like the most likely option.
Yeah, big time.
He's price friendly. It's now a need, and it makes the most sense. And it's a scheme fit.
Yeah, he's someone that's been linked with the Steelers throughout the whole offseason process anyway.
Yeah.
Just a veteran. You know, he carries leadership at the receiving room, reliability, can do it all. He's got the size too.
Let me ask the chat, man. I want to see your guys' opinions. Who would you like to see the Steelers get at wide receiver via free agency and via the draft? So many options out there, man. In fact,
the home run signing at wide receiver would obviously be Ridley.
Yes.
And Ridley, I know he's had talks with the Patriots. The Patriots are really, really pursuing Ridley. Ridley also apparently have stated that he wants to stay in Jacksonville, and they're trying to rework a deal.
Yeah.
But now with this gaping hole at wide receiver, maybe the Steelers
and Russell Wilson, the quarterback.
Yeah, maybe the Steelers put their hand in the cookie jar. They're like, hey, Ridley, you want to come over here? We're kind of enticing.
Well, I'm looking at the wide receiver list right now. Odell, no thank you.
No.
You can go back to Ravens for all I care. Tyler Boyd would be a great signing. Fucking Calvin Ridley would be a great signing. Josh Reynolds would be a very solid signing. Very good depth piece that fits the scheme.
Yep.
Curtis Samuel I see as being thrown around. He'd be decent as well. Who else is there? Matt Collins. He'd be a complete pure depth guy.
Yeah.
Maybe they sign 2 receivers. They might not sign only one.
And listen, that's what I see because, one, we're going to need someone to start opposite of Pickens.
Yeah.
You're going to need that, and you're going to need that. We only have 2 true wide receivers on the roster.
That's it.
It's Pickens and Austin. They need to sign a starter, and they need to sign a depth guy, at least, while still drafting a wide receiver.
Yeah. And then you would have Pickens, 2 free agents, fucking Calvin Austin, and a rookie. Those are your 5 locks. Maybe an extra guy.
Yeah, a special teamer, Boykin or whatever.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, if they want to resign him, have that special teamer. But then, boom, there you go.
Yeah, I think Steelers. Thinking about it now, I think Steelers had more than 1 wide receiver. I think it's a necessity. They need the numbers. They need the depth.
It is absolutely necessary.
Yeah.
You can't just sign 1 wide receiver and think, oh, that's good enough. No, not exactly.
No,
not exactly.
No, bring back Martavis? No, it's not happening, man. Come on. He tried that with the Cowboys last year. Ryan Conley with a $2 super chat says the former Pitt Panther, Tyler Boyd. Hey, if we get Tyler Boyd, bring back that other Pitt Panther kid home. His name is Jordan Whitehead.
Yeah, he'll fill another hole at safety.
Because we still need safety.
And he'd be a good pickup.
Because now cornerback, unless they look for a slot guy, maybe they draft one. I don't know. I mean,
slot corner is pretty stacked in the draft, too.
They need a slot guy, and I feel like they still need a cornerback, too, to develop. Unless they really like Trice. But who knows? But one thing's for certain, they traded for Donte Jackson, so that fills cornerback, 2 for now.
Yeah.
For now. But they still need a slot weapon. So do they sign a slot receiver or a slot corner, or do they draft one?
I think it's necessary to sign a guy.
Because in that case, you're looking at, in our opinion, you're looking at 2 additional wide receiver signings in free agency.
Yeah.
You're looking at a strong safety still, and maybe another corner for depth purposes or for a slot reason.
Yep.
So we're looking at potentially 4 more signings to come from the Steelers. And is there anything else? Nothing I can think of. Is there anything else that they could sign?
They got their quarterback, they got their punter, they got their linebacker, stud signing. They got their cornerback with this trade now.
Why are people saying Juju? No.
They would have to trade for him. I don't think they do that.
No, thank you.
I think that's
that ship sailed. I'm done.
I think that door's closed.
Listen, respect to Juju. I appreciate him. No, thank you. No, thank you. As a 3, maybe. He's a scheme fit. I'll give you that, but I think that ship sailed.
I don't think that happens.
Where is Pearsall projected to go? That's tough to say because he's considered a late round 2, round 3 guy.
I know.
So many receivers, though. I don't know how many are going to fall off the board in round 1. That's really going to depend who's there.
Well, I think 2 wide receivers go in the top 10 at least. That's obviously Marvin Harrison Jr. And then I think the other
maybe
guys,
Nabbers or
Nabbers.
Rome.
Rome could sneak in there. 3 receivers could sneak in there.
Yeah,
I can see Rome being a top 10 guy.
yeah. Bring Claypool back? Fuck no. Are you serious?
Nah.
No, thank you.
Nah.
Hard pass. Absolutely not. Let's see. What are the other free agent receivers here? No one in particular that's catching my eye. No one whatsoever. No one.
Not exactly, no.
No, I see Matt Collins. I see Josh Reynolds. I see I don't know, DJ Chark. He has drop issues. But he has great build and speed. Tyler Boyd, Calvin Ridley. Marquise Brown?
You want to replace a small guy with another small guy?
I don't know if he fits the scheme. Him and Johnson are different skill sets, but Brown is a downgrade.
I do not see Brown being a Steeler. I don't see AB's cousin being a Steeler.
No, I don't think he's a fit.
No.
And it's a downgrade from Johnson. Like, if you're going to consider him cornerback or a wide receiver too.
If I'm going to be honest, I see him as a great value, Diontae Johnson.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot of similarities. I mean, it's not really that much different.
It's a similar skill set, but if Johnson wasn't a fit, how could Brown be a fit?
I don't think they even look his direction.
T. Higgins? T. Higgins is up for trade. They tagged him. He's up for trade. They're not trading T. Higgins to the rival. Unless they resign from the franchise tag. And then, yeah, absolutely go all in for T. Higgins. I've been a T. Higgins fan since his Clemson days, bro. I wanted us to draft him that year. The Bengals fucking took him. And he's a fucking stud.
He is.
Swear jar, I know. It could be like a Josh Norman situation. Remember when Josh Norman got the tag after that one really good year he had before he fell off the face of the earth?
Yeah.
And then he was a free agent and Washington signed him? Maybe the Bengals do that. But nah, the Bengals are going to get something out of T. Higgins.
They got to, right? They have to.
They're going to get something out of T. Higgins. But, oh my God, Higgins? That's a pipe dream. But, man, imagine.
That's dirty. That would be dirty.
Wow. It's fun to dream. It's fun to dream. But I'll tell you what, man.
Can't get them all, man.
I never would have thought that Steelers free agency would have turned out like this 2 days in. Never would have thought. Never would have thought Wilson would have been a Steeler. Never would have thought Patrick Queen would have gotten the contract he got so cheap for the Steelers.
Yeah, especially this year.
And I never thought they were going to trade Diontae. But there's things that are obviously behind closed doors that we don't know. And thus this move was made. So there you have it. Trade Higgins to Steelers for a third-round pick. They're not taking a third-round pick from the Steelers, and they're not trading Higgins to a division rival. Not happening.
No,
I would love it, but they're not going to do it. They ain't going to do it. Hey, we took a rival guy from the Ravens. Can we take one from the Bengals, though?
That would probably have to be Tyler Boyd.
Exactly. That's what I'm referring to.
That had to be Tyler Boyd. Imagine that, man. Imagine that.
Anything going on Twitter? Any updates?
No, I just checked. It's quiet.
It's quiet.
From what I've seen.
Come on, man. We need another signing, bro. We know one's coming. We know one's happening. That's one of 2 reasons why they traded Diontae. Number one is probably because he didn't want to be here no more. That's just assumption, but that's what it looks like. And number 2 is they have a replacement in mind. They just got to seal the deal. They got to finalize it. It's just a matter of who, man.
Yeah.
It's a matter of who.
And I did see C.J. Gardner-Johnson did go back to the Eagles. 3 years, $27 million.
Yeah, dude, I was on Twitter, X, and I read that, and that upset me. And then I scroll up a little more, or scroll down, whatever, and I see the Diontae Johnson trade to the Panthers, and I swear I thought it was a fake. I thought it was fake.
Yeah.
Because it had Schefter, it had the check mark, which you can buy now instead of it being official like last time. So I clicked the profile, and it had 10.8 million followers. So I'm thinking, okay, Am I seeing shit? So I refresh.
You
I look again,
really made
I
sure.
refresh. I look again. I'm thinking to myself, it actually happened.
Yeah, it did.
And I was excited, man. I was excited. I called you. I was excited. I'm like, what's the details? Did we get like a second or a third maybe? No, we got Donte Jackson and a 6th-round pick. That's it. That's it.
As of now, we don't really see that as a fair trade. We don't really see this as a W,
But we know more's coming.
yeah. So when everything plays out, maybe we'll look back this and be like, you know what, that wasn't too bad.
Everyone knows more is coming.
Yeah.
Matthew with a $2 says it's been crazy seeing the Steelers being active. Yeah.
They are never like this.
No.
The Steelers are never like this.
No, Omar. No, sorry.
I should say Kevin
Colbert
Colbert was never like this.
Never, man. Wonder how much net cap savings on Diontae trade. We saved only $500,000. That's it. There was reports. There was tweets going around that it was like 10 million. Then it was like 5.63 million. No, we only saved 500,000. That's it.
Yep.
Minimal savings. We don't save a fucking thing.
And
we have enough to, like you said, to sign a practice squad, to sign a undrafted punter.
And we take a contract of a very mid cornerback too.
Aging corner who's injury prone.
We got
inconsistent.
to take some of that money back. We do.
If
we were willing to accept Donte Jackson, then we got to do something about that contract.
Oh yeah,
we have to.
Yeah, it's not a good trade. I'm not a fan of this. We could have got more out of Johnson, but I can see why they just wanted to get rid of him. I'm sure those reasons will be a little more known in the coming days.
Yeah, because here's the thing. If they really wanted to keep Johnson, and if Johnson wanted to stay, again, speculation, if they really wanted to keep Johnson, they could have kept him. They could have waited for Carolina to release Donte Jackson, and they could have signed him.
Yeah.
For a 1-year prove-it deal, cheap signings. Simple as that.
Yeah.
But,
But both teams get what they wanted.
In the end, that's what it comes off as.
I mean, both teams got rid of their own problems for the other team's problems. Essentially, same cap situation, same player, up and down, hot and cold, tight fucking consistency, just different positions.
Yeah.
So, not a fan of it, but we know more's coming, so all we got to do is play the waiting game again. We're hoping an announcement for a wide receiver is coming shortly, but we got our cornerback too for now. Yeah.
So we got Porter and Jackson as 1 and 2 cornerback.
Yeah. We just need a slot corner and a safety. And in my opinion, someone to develop under Jackson.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm thinking it'll be very much like a JPJ situation last year where they didn't play him immediately when they should have. But they'll start the veteran with years of experience for about half the season before putting the rookie in. That's what I'm expecting, or until he gets hurt. Knock on wood. He was healthy last year, so maybe he's being on the healthy side a little more. But only 2 full healthy seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Simmons. No, he got. Apparently, the Titans are all in him. Apparently, the Titans are all in him. They didn't sign him yet, but I heard the Titans are heavily involved.
I know. We talked about Simmons possibly being involved with the Eagles. They were like going in on him, but now with C.J. Gardner-Johnson back in Philly, I mean, there's not really a point.
Yeah. Simmons and Sanders-Tail, that'd be a dream. That'd be deadly.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be deadly. Sanders-Tail, man, hey, I still want him in the third. I don't know if he's going to be there, but I don't know if we can take him in the third because of how many needs we have, unless we push receiver back.
Maybe.
Or unless we draft we sign someone good enough to play cornerback or wide receiver 1, and then sign another depth piece, and then just draft a wide receiver day 3 to develop.
They could do that, yeah.
Maybe we don't have to take wide receiver so early. It depends who they sign. If it's a guy like Tyler Boyd, then yeah. I mean, you still got to draft someone early. Even with Ridley, you still got to draft someone early because Ridley's 29.
Yeah.
So,
for those guys, if they were to be a Steeler, I would see a max 2-3 year deal, at least.
Yeah.
That's what I would see.
Yeah, absolutely.
What the pay would be, what the contract details would be, I honestly don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. I'm drafting corner in the first. Jackson sucks. I feel you there. And there's going to be plentiful corners round 1. Corner's also stacked. It's not as stacked as receiver, but it's stacked. We need a center, bro. We still need a center. We don't have a center. There ain't no center out there that can fulfill that position unless Connor Williams' medicals pan out. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's still on the market for a reason.
Now, probably
we are still going with center round one. That is not.
Yeah.
That's not going to change.
Yeah.
That's not going to change unless they make a move or a signing that does change that. Jackson is getting cut. What do you mean? What do you mean he's getting cut? Why would we cut Donte Jackson after trading our number 2 receiver for him?
That just wouldn't make any sense.
And no, he's not going to play depth. He started every single year since coming in. 76 career starts. He's not going to be depth. He can eventually become depth, but he's not going to be depth initially.
No.
For all we know, he might start the whole year. I might be wrong in saying we can develop someone to step in 8 games in. Might be wrong in that. That's what I'm hoping. JJ with a $4.99 says, need another linebacker. Steelers and bad middle linebacker injuries haven't panned out. We'll find a wide receiver where the Steelers. Justin X Minka would be lethal, though. You're right. I agree. We need another linebacker. I saw Willie Gay only got signed for $5 million to the Saints. I'm thinking to myself, we could have signed that as a third guy until Holcomb comes back.
Yeah.
You know?
Good.
I would have liked that. Plus, I mean, it's been a while since we could use the verbiage. Big play, Willie Gay.
Well, that's not happening.
It was his damn destiny, and he went to the Saints. He went to the other black and gold team, the less good black and gold team,
less efficient.
But yes, we need another linebacker. I think they draft one late day 3, probably with the pick that they got out of Carolina for. There's some decent day 3 linebackers that can be very good depth. There's some decent guys out there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I like the guy from UCLA, Darius Muasa. Is that how you say his last name? I like Jordan McGee. I like Dallas Gant. Just to name a few that come off from top of my head. There's a couple of decent ones that we could take day 3 to be very good depth because Mark Robinson ain't it. And who else do we have at depth? We need depth.
That's pretty much it.
We need depth. Round 2 for Frazier is good too. It is. If he's there. They might have to or you know what? Maybe we're not even talking about this because we're not even thinking it. Maybe they trade back in round 1.
To get extra capital, I could see it. Maybe.
It's not a bad idea at all. In fact, they could really use it.
If somebody that they don't, or somebody that was on their draft board is taken before their pick and they don't want to reach for a player, then yeah, of course.
You could trade back with a team like the Packers who have an extra second rounder because of the Jets trade with A-Rod last year. You could trade back with the Bills, maybe get their second or third.
Yeah.
You could trade back with, I don't know. Who else has multiple picks?
49ers.
49ers maybe. It might be a little too high because you're dropping 11 spots. But
if they want to drop all the way back to 31, then yeah, they're going to want a decent bargain.
Yeah.
And I feel like San Fran has enough capital to do so if they want to go and grab a player.
But 11 spots is.
I know it is. I know.
Because going from top 20 to top 32 is a fall.
It is.
A lot of tackles could be off the board by that time. Because tackle's still an option round 1 too. I don't know. Maybe they do trade back. I don't think they can trade up. They could if they give up very little like they did last year for Broderick. If they give up very little, then yeah, trade up option is credible.
Yeah.
For like a Fuaga or a JPJ or maybe a receiver. I don't know. Maybe a corner. But I think trading back is a decent option because, man, they have a lot of needs still. They still need center. They still need tackle. I don't think there's anyone for agency to fulfill that. We still need a receiver as of now.
Mm-hmm.
We need another corner, in my opinion. So maybe they do trade back.
It's a possibility.
If they can trade back, get a first rounder as well as an additional second, that'd be massive. That would be massive.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. But I'm not putting it past Omar Khan. He traded up last year and traded back last year, so he's definitely entertaining all options on the table.
Yep.
And he knows he's not dumb. He knows how many holes he has on the team. Now, he knows what he just created. But we trust him.
Yeah.
We trust him. Everyone here should trust Omar Khan. He is not Kevin Colbert. He is not Kevin Colbert. Not even close. So he's got something going on. He's got something brewing. We know this.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to know what. I need information.
This is where we all have to play the waiting game.
Fuck the waiting game. I need it now. I want the details now.
Dan, patience.
It's 10:41. I want more news now. I need it now.
Patience, brother. Patience.
I figure it'd be happening soon since we already got rid of the guy. We need something now.
Patience, man.
What does that mean?
Patience, dude. It's a busy day for them in the office, man. They just got a big signing in Patrick Queen. They just made this trade. Who knows how many other calls that they've been doing. They're busy.
Yeah.
Right? They're busy.
Yeah, and let me ask you guys, man. Let's get some interaction about this in the chat. How do you guys feel about trading Diontae alone? Like, fuck the return. Forget whatever we got in return for him. Forget the trades. How do you feel about trading Diontae alone? Do you like trading Diontae? Do you think we shouldn't have traded Diontae? We've been saying it for years. We have always been open to trading Diontae. In fact, there's a video from like a year or two ago where we mentioned, should the Steelers trade Diontae?
Yeah.
It was always an option on the table.
Always been open to it.
It was always a very entertaining offer. Very, very open to it.
Yeah, because again, we know who we are.
And we
know what we can do.
I just didn't think it actually happened.
Yeah. Because how many times we talked about it, it didn't happen. So it was at a point where it's like, you know what? If it happens, it happens. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
That's literally what happened.
Yeah, because what I thought, especially after the rumors from last week, what I thought was, well, if we trade him, if we can get something out of him, then that's going to benefit the team a little bit. With this one, a little bit.
Yeah.
Not feeling great about it yet. But if we didn't trade him, I was expecting an extension, which would have been a good move because I think Johnson's still a quality receiver. But clearly there was some disagreement there. There was some, I don't want to say bad blood, but they weren't eye to eye. It just didn't seem like both parties just weren't mixing anymore. It felt like it was time for a change.
Yeah.
So getting rid of him.
Change of scenery.
Yeah, getting rid of him. I'm not batting an eye about it. I'm just not in favor of the return. But again, man, like we stated, something else is happening. Something else is coming. We're gonna sign a receiver. We'll see who. Donte Jackson played at LSU with Patrick Queen in 2017. I didn't even know that.
Really?
I didn't even know they were teammates. I mean, I knew they came from the same college. I didn't know they were teammates.
And neither did I. This is new to me.
Was that one of Queen's? Hold on.
It had to have been.
What year was he drafted?
2020.
I thought so.
2020.
Yeah, same year as Claypool. Fuck. Same year as, what's his name? JK, too.
Yeah.
Who I really wanted that year.
A lot of us did.
Let me see. Yeah, wasn't that one of his earlier years?
If you look up the college stats, it should say.
Yeah, 2017. He redshirted, but they have brief playing time together.
Okay.
Brief.
Okay.
But that is there. It's probably one of those things where it's like, hey, you know, let's see what's up.
Yeah.
There we go. Let me search him up. In fact, I remember, man, because Donte Jackson's always been a name that's been surrounded by the Steelers for a few reasons. One, during the 2017 draft, he was always in the mocks to be selected by the Steelers in the first round.
Yeah.
And first round was too rich for him.
No.
That was a reach.
Oh, it was.
Even back then, it was a reach.
It was.
And he was drafted second round. I think it was his rookie year where we blew out the Panthers on Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
One of our best blowouts ever in franchise history. My goodness.
52 points Heinz Field.
God. AB burned the ever-living shit out of Donte Jackson.
Jackson was a rookie.
He was a rookie.
He was going through his first steps in the NFL, but yeah, I mean, he couldn't contain AB. He got frustrated.
No one could.
He got frustrated, and he was seen punching the sideline bench.
Yeah.
He was frustrated. He was pissed off.
Yeah. So he's always been associated around the Steelers in some form or fashion. It's just actually happened. And now he's going to be the cornerback too for now. I don't expect it to be for all season. I don't expect it to be for a long time. Just For now. Steelers get pick 31. Brandon Aiyuk. Why would they trade Brandon Aiyuk?
Why would they?
We don't have Allen Robinson no more.
No, he's gone.
Why
Unless they bring him back for cheap.
Aiyuk was their lead receiver. Why the fuck would they trade to Mike Tomlin Jr.?
That's really not a good deal.
A.D. Mitchell agenda is in full effect. A.D. Mitchell would be great. And he did play at Georgia before transferring to Texas.
Mm-hmm, he did.
He sure did. And he's a dog. A lot of these receivers are. Do the Steelers sign Tyler Boyd? I think so. I think it's very likely. Could they sign Odell Beckham Jr., says Eddie T with a 199. They could, but I'm not a fan. Absolutely not. No, thank you. I don't want Odell. Absolutely no. Brandon Aiyuk wants out. Why the hell would he want out?
No, I remember hearing earlier that, if they couldn't come to terms on a long-term deal, then a trade could be likely.
So we would have to pay him big-ass money.
Yeah. But you would be deserving of. The Steelers, absolutely.
Dude, they don't even pay their own receivers.
No, they don't.
Only extended AB, Ward, and Juju and Johnson. Those are the only 4 wide receivers they've ever extended.
Yeah.
Pickens to come, hopefully. But they've only extended, as far as I know, if my Steelers history is correct, they've only extended 4 wide receivers ever in franchise history. So if they were to acquire a guy like Aiyuk, they would have to pay him top-tier money. Which, again, Khan is setting a new precedent in the front office, but
and Aiyuk is deserving of a big payday, of a big contract.
So underrated.
I don't know if it.
I mean, not anymore. Not after this year.
No, he definitely showcased a lot this year, but I don't know if it comes at the hands the extension. I don't know if it comes at the hands of the Steelers.
No. Oop, what'd I do?
We'll see what happens with that situation.
I just cut out the chat on the computer.
Why did you do that?
Because my laptop is being really ridiculous. That's why.
Yeah, okay.
Let me see. Shaq Harris with a $4.99. Appreciate you, man. Says, seriously scratching my head, guys. I don't understand the DJ trade for that bum. DJ gets open faster than any wide receiver we have now. Nevertheless, wishing DJ well. Yeah, I wish him well, too. It was just one of those things where, it was just time to separate. And I don't fear DJ going away. We can replace him.
Yeah.
We replaced AB with DJ. We can replace DJ with someone else.
You could arguably say we replaced DJ with George Pickens.
Fucking A.
Already.
We replaced Juju and Claypool.
Technically, yeah, we replaced Pickens with. Replaced Claypool with Pickens. That's what I meant.
Look at this.
He did both.
Think of this, man.
That man did both.
I know. We replaced Hines Ward with AB.
Yes, we
We
did.
replaced AB with DJ. We replaced Juju. We replaced Martavis with Juju. We replaced Juju with fucking, what's his name? Pickens. We replaced Claypool with Pickens.
Mm-hmm.
Replaced DJ with who? It's no fear on our part.
Yeah.
Not
a problem. Not a problem.
No fear whatsoever. Juju is on. I don't want Juju, bro. I'm sorry. I don't want Juju no more. That sailed. That ship has sailed. Debo Samuel. Now Ryan, you know that ain't happening. I appreciate $2, but you know that ain't happening. Debo ain't coming here.
Yeah, thanks for the super chat, but nah.
What are his contract details? He got a big contract.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Another Debo to Pittsburgh.
I loved him coming out of college. He's a stud. He's versatile. He beat Arthur Smith's Cordell Patterson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If I were to look at his contract,
I'll say this: if Juju wants to come back for depth, I take that.
Yeah,
he's not even a free agent.
That's not happening.
Is Juju free agent?
No.
I didn't think so.
He's on a 3-year, $33 million.
Yeah. So why are people even?
And we're not trading for Juju with that contract.
No,
we're not doing that,
man.
Bro, he didn't show a lot of effective play last year for New England. I don't care what quarterbacks they dealt with.
DJ is being replaced by Calvin Austin. Calvin Austin is not Diontae Johnson. He's not.
We haven't seen a lot from Austin to actually say that.
No, we haven't.
And with Arthur Smith's scheme and playbook, it's not exactly the best fit either. But Austin's solid depth.
Sign Curtis Samuel and draft an athletic blocking wide receiver. We could do that. We could very well do that. Curtis Samuel is a very decent option.
Yeah.
He's always been a reliable receiver. If there was a athletic blocking wide receiver in the draft that I really want, I mean, there's a couple, but I mean, personally, Ladd McConkey from Georgia.
Of course.
He's a dog, man.
Of course.
He's a dog. I know people say he probably needs to fit in the slot at the next level. I disagree. I think he can be an outside guy.
Guy got potential.
Yeah, he does. A lot. I mean, all these guys got potential. I would say, hey, they're looking at JPJ, aren't they? I mean, Pat Meyer was.
Yeah, Pat Meyer. Yeah, he was.
He ran JPJ through drills today at the pro day.
Yeah.
But who's to say he wasn't also looking at Troy Franklin from Oregon? The chat's saying it too.
Yeah, that's sound too. 6'3", 187.
Yeah, big boy.
21.
Just saying, man.
Fit wide receiver too at the next level.
Yeah,
At least for now.
Great
early
year
on.
last year.
He did.
Great
With
year.
Bo Nix.
End zone magnet.
Yeah.
It's an end zone magnet. What do you have? Like 23 touchdowns last 2 years? That's another option day too. Man. Just want to say, here we fucking go, baby, says Isaac Rodriguez at 199. Here we go, man. Hey, we're still on this ride. We're still on this ride, Steelers Nation.
Yeah, I don't think free agency is going to slow down at any moment.
No, not at all. I mean, we just got to trust the process, right, guys?
Yeah, we do.
I agree with what most of you guys are saying. It's not a great trade. I'm not happy about it, but I'm not happy with the return especially. But, I mean, we know more is going to happen. Is anything else peeked up on Twitter? X, whatever you call it. It's always Twitter. It's going to be Twitter always. Dude, day two of free agency, and Calvin Ridley is still out there.
Yes, he is.
Tyler Boyd is still out there. Marquise Brown is still out there.
A lot of these top safeties are still out there.
A lot of these top safeties, absolutely. Simmons is still out there. Blackman's still out there. Whitehead's still out there. Curl's still out there. My goodness. Day 3, man. Tomorrow's going to be crazy. Day 3, tomorrow is when everything becomes official. Tomorrow is the day where Russell Wilson officially becomes a Steeler. Tomorrow is the day that Patrick Queen officially becomes a Steeler.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is the day that Bill Burr, I'm sorry, what's his name?
No, you got it right.
Bill Burr becomes a Steeler.
Yeah, you got it right. Yeah.
Cameron Johnson becomes a Steeler. Tomorrow's the day that Donte Jackson becomes a Steeler officially. I want to know who else they're going to add, man. I just need to know.
Yeah.
Update on Justin Simmons for those interested. Colts have spoken with Justin Simmons. Are they going to replace Blackman with Simmons?
I mean, that's quite the upgrade.
That is quite the upgrade. But, man, I would absolutely take Julian Blackman if that's the case.
Yeah, they'd be losing a young stud who can still progress for. I mean, it's Justin Simmons. I mean, he's a great safety even at 30.
Right.
So I can understand.
Let me see. All right, let me end this poll here because I'm going to get a new poll in the chat for you guys. Let's see. Let's see. What wide receiver do you want? I hate this keyboard. God damn it. I want the
Slow down.
Steelers to sign. But I'm going to break this laptop. Tyler
Slow
Boyd.
down. You type too fast.
Sorry. Really? Who else is out there?
Who else is out there?
There.
We're looking at Curtis Samuel. We're looking at. I don't even want to throw Michael
Put a
Thomas
poll in the
out
chat.
there.
What wide receiver do you want the Steelers to sign? Tyler Boyd, Calvin Ridley, Marquise Brown, comment other.
Again, Josh Reynolds is out there. He'd be a nice depth guy. KJ Osborne of the Vikings.
Yeah.
That would be a decent depth pickup.
Yeah. Here, let's get off this receiver talk a little bit because I'm seeing some interaction in the chat about the draft. As of now, where we stand, who do you want the Steelers to draft in the first round, realistically? Center, tackle, receiver, corner. None are taken off the board no matter what happens, even with Donte Jackson.
Yeah.
Corner's still not off the board early.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. They don't have to start immediately, but corner's not taken off the board early. So who do you guys want the Steelers to draft in the first round? I heard we're interested in Eric Armstead. That would be a hell of an addition in the defensive line.
Yeah, it would be.
But he wouldn't be very cheap either. So would that?
No, he didn't even want to take a pay cut for San Francisco.
No,
so you know he's going to want the bag.
But who would he replace? Because you're not getting rid of Cam. They need to pay cut him. They're not getting rid of Ogunjobi.
I don't know.
Hearing Xavier Worthy from Texas.
At 20?
Not at 20.
I can see him being maybe late first round.
I know he's fast.
Really fast.
But that's it. That's it.
People are saying right tackle, get a center or tackle.
Nate Wiggins, Mims.
Jackson Powers Johnson, of
Pearsall,
course.
Wiggins. Kool-Aid. Fuaga, Wiggins, Mims. Mims has the physical matchup, but has only started 8 games. I know, but it's been a hell. His tape is great. And listen, man, that's not going to shy away the Steelers from Mims. Broderick Jones only started 1 year last year in Georgia, and they still drafted him.
They traded up for him.
And, dude, they didn't even start him day one. So even if we draft Mims, he's not going to start day one as much as he probably should for the sake of not seeing Dan Moore anymore. He wouldn't start day one because they do the same thing they did to Broderick Jones. And that's not entirely a bad thing because Mims might have to sit because of his inexperience. I don't want to see Dan Moore out there anymore, but that just might be what they do.
We've seen more than enough of Dan Moore.
More.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Enough, Steelers. Just don't stop. For the love of God.
I know. I know, man.
I've had enough. All right. I'm done.
It's either center, tackle, or wide receiver, nothing else.
Keon Coleman or Malik Nabers. Nabers ain't making it.
No, he's not making it.
There's no way. There's no way.
Cedric Van Pran. He would be a very good day 2 center option if they want to go tackle early or receiver early or corner. I don't know if they at the same time, I don't know if they go corner early or when I say early, I mean first round because they got Jackson and how much they're paying him.
Yeah.
If you draft a corner first round, he's your cornerback too. Unless you plan on moving Jackson to the slot, which he hasn't played a lot in the NFL.
Yeah.
I don't see corner being the first pick in the first round. I would still take a corner first round if the cards fall in place, but I don't see the Steelers doing
because,
that.
listen, I don't see Jackson being here after this upcoming season. I think that's it. I think they give him a try. They have him as the fill-in, and they cut their losses. That's it. While developing a rookie corner.
Malik Washington in the 4th or 3rd. Yeah, that's a good one. Very underrated. I know he's a little small, but he's very good. Javon Baker from USF.
Yeah.
Is UCF, excuse me, is really good.
I know what you mean.
Big body, big bully. Great hands. He could be a fourth round great depth piece to develop. I like Marvin Harrison, but that's impossible. No, he is a top 3 pick.
Arguably top 1.
He is, in my opinion, the best
argument.
player in the entire draft.
I'd make that argument.
Yeah, I agree. It's best player in the draft.
I know the Steelers are very high on Rome Odunze.
He's not making it.
Unless they trade up, but I don't know if they do that. Unless they really like him.
We are the Steelers. Why would you trade up for a receiver?
Yeah. The last time they did it was for Santonio Holmes. But that was it.
Yeah.
And that was Kevin Colbert doing it. Yeah. Although it paid off.
It paid off. Yeah,
it absolutely fucking paid off. But I mean, just look at the history.
Yeah.
We're fine.
Yeah. Reaction to Henry on the Ravens? Well, initially I was like, well, we need a linebacker to help stop Henry.
Yeah.
And we got our linebacker. And we got Roberts beside him, who's great in the run defense. So, yeah, we got to go up against Henry twice a year. And a Ravens run scheme, which is one of the best in the league, has been for a while now. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it sucks because he's still got a lot left in the tank, man. He still put up 1,000 yards last year. He's one of, 8 running backs to do that last year, I think? Let me see it.
Might have been.
The stats. But, no, yeah, I mean, we got a great run defense. Great run defense.
Yeah.
But let me say this, man. Them Steelers-Ravens games, ground and pound is back.
Yes, it is.
Henry, Najee, Warren. It's going to be run game and defense all over again.
It's going to be physical, dude. It's going to be physical.
Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be great, man. I cannot wait.
And yeah, we're getting Russ and Lamar 2 times a year.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. There were 12 running backs that ran for 1,000. Almost 13 and 14 if you consider Breece Hall and Rasheed White. There were 12 running backs that rushed for 1,000 yards last year.
Mm-hmm.
Christian McCaffrey. Derrick Henry was number 2. Second in rushing yards.
Wow.
He still has a lot to offer.
He does. There's no denying that.
Kyron Williams, what a great season. James Cook, DeAndre Swift, James Conner, what a story, right? Najee Harris right behind him. People got to start putting some respect on Najee's name, man. Everyone says, well, 1,000 yards in 17 games is not a lot to offer, man. It's not really a high accolade anymore. There's only 12 fucking running backs that ever did that out of 32 teams. Come on. And he's done that 3 straight years. Put some respect on Najee's name,
some
man.
mid-ass offensive lineman. I'll give.
Oh, my God.
It's gotten better as he's gotten into the league.
Yeah.
But he still had his weak links on that line, and Najee's just a hell of a fighter.
Yeah. Lad McConkey is going to be special. Yes, he is. He's got swagger. He's got speed. He's got aggression. He can block. Great hands. I know he didn't get too much production in Georgia, but, I mean, I don't think Pickens did either. I mean, I know he was hurt most of his last year, but look at Pickens.
Yeah.
Cicero became a member of the STN. Appreciate you.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you for that. And for those that don't know, and I think he's just finding out, you are now enlisted in a... That's Joey Porter. You are now enlisted in a... This is kind of relevant since he's now the number 1. You are now enlisted in a George Pickens signed jersey giveaway. Details on that is coming shortly, and it's only exclusive to STN members. So if you guys want to get on that, join the STN for only $1.99 a month. Damn near free, doesn't cost you anything, and you enter to win a potential George Pickens signed jersey, and come draft time, a Joey Porter Jr. signed jersey. All that thanks to the swear jar. How much you think we got in here?
Wow.
Like
I was just about. I
$3?
bit my tongue on that one.
$3?
I bit my tongue on that one. Probably.
How about Tyron Smith or Mekhi Becton? Tyron Smith is older and he's a left tackle. Mekhi Becton is not good. Not good. Not good. Did you see how many sacks he gave up last year?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of pressures too.
And he has a lot of injury concerns, man. He didn't live up to any of the hype coming out of college.
No, he didn't. Such a big dude, a big body. He's pretty agile too, but like he doesn't show it on the field.
No. Otherwise, if Becton was a stud,
on either side, he doesn't show it.
Dude, if Becton, and he has the size that Waddle likes, but if he was a stud, I would absolutely be pounding the table for Becton. But no, thank you.
Nope.
12 sacks gave up last year. 50 pressures. No, thank you. It's a shame, and he's gonna be 25 come draft time. It's a shame.
Yeah, and the Jets are not bringing him back because they're trying to protect A-Rod.
It's a shame. He sucks. Coleman from Florida State reminds me of AB. I'm telling y'all. Coleman's like 6'4". AB was like 5'10", and AB ran like a 4'4".
Yeah, AB was small. Coleman's a big dude though.
Coleman's 6'4", 215.
He's got great size.
Ran a 4.61. He's not the fastest receiver, but I mean,
as long as you can catch the ball and create separation. And get those 50-50s down?
Yeah.
That's all I care.
Well, we got the speed in Calvin Austin.
Yeah. And Pickens.
We got Pickens.
Yeah.
Who can create separation.
Yeah.
That improved down the line. Cicero, who just joined the STN, gives us now a $2 super chat. Appreciate you, man. Says first round priorities, protect or attack the quarterback. Mostly protect because we have most of the guys to attack it now. We still need some interior pressure, but, I mean, I don't see them going D tackle with them having all their starters for next year. We just need better depth. But yes, protect the quarterback. Center and tackle, no matter what.
For sure.
I know we have so many other needs still, especially with receiver now, but center or tackle, no matter what.
Now, if you're going to bring Russell Wilson in, you got to protect him. If you want him to sling it, if you want to limit him scrambling, you got to protect him.
Yeah.
You got to protect your man.
Why not Higgins to Steelers? Because he's a Bengal, and the Bengals aren't trading him to the division rival.
Or let alone they're not going to give up pennies for the guy.
No, and I don't think they're going to backtrack from the franchise tag when they know they can get something out of T. Higgins. He's a stud. He can be a wide receiver 1.
Yeah.
Really can. Showed that when Chase was hurt. He had a great game in the Super Bowl when they lost. So, Oriz is reading my mind. Renardo Green III. Dude, if he's there in the 4th, I'm taking him. I don't know if he will be there in the 4th,
He
but
could
in the
drop
4th,
down
he's
there.
a steal.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be the perfect guy to develop and take the cornerback 2 role.
Yeah.
Strong
would be nice.
in man coverage.
He would be nice.
He reminds me of JPJ. Physical, sticky. He's going to be a stud, man. He's going to be a very good outside guy down the line.
Yep.
He is. And that's my sleeper at corner, man. That's one of my guys.
No,
sure.
he's strong. He's strong.
And now with them definitely going to be taking corner a little later, yeah, he's an option.
Yeah.
Him in the 4th, I don't know if he's going to be there, but man, he'd be a stud. He would be a stud, man.
You never know. Some people's draft boards are different. Some people could go higher.
Trice is Senquez Golson. I hope I'm wrong. I see why you say that. Thankfully, we didn't take Trice in the 2nd round, but hopefully he can get his health on track.
I do want to see what Trice can bring to the table. I do.
Yeah.
I love his size. I love his potential. Where we selected him, where he was projected. I think he was actually an early day 3 guy, projectedly.
Yeah.
We got him in the 7th. If he can stay healthy, work on the kinks, and live up to that potential, then yeah, I'm excited to see what he can do.
Yeah. Absolutely. I wouldn't get him started as a cornerback 2 yet because he is still improving. He's only a 7th round pick.
Yeah, you don't want to throw him right into the pit immediately.
Let's get him going as a great rotational depth guy for sub packages, like a James Pierre, a better James Pierre.
Yeah.
That's where he can start initially and then build his way up. If he really stays healthy and impresses in camp, then yes, he can absolutely potentially step in as a cornerback too.
Tony Daniels says 3 major knee surgeries in 6 years, guys. Yikes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, his injuries, man. I know. But, I mean, he was healthy his last year at, what was it, Colorado, I think? Was that where he was drafted from?
Was it Colorado? I think it was.
Something like that. But, unfortunately, that was his last year in college, and his first year in the NFL, he got hurt before the pass game came out. Purdue. So,
yeah.
He's unproven. I wouldn't put a lot of stock into it, but you can absolutely be a little optimistic there. Do you see us getting a center in the draft, guys? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's gonna happen.
Yes.
It's gonna happen. JPJ, Zach Frazier, or Cedric Van Pran are gonna be a Steeler. No doubt about it.
Center's at the top. Number 1. That's not changing.
That's not changing. No. Center or tackle, no matter what. That is not changing
Just
whatsoever.
solidify the offensive line, and then boom, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good. Don't have to worry about it.
No, because O-line is still the biggest need.
It is. It is.
We don't have a starting center, and we don't have a starting right tackle. Right tackle. Broderick's not a right tackle.
He can play it, but he's a left.
Damn these fucking fake accounts.
What?
Or is he fake? I don't know.
What?
Hold on.
What'd you see?
Let me hold
Were
on.
you fooled?
This is his only tweet. Fuck you. Fuck you. Yeah, see? I was.
You want to tell me what it was?
Look.
Yeah, that's horseshit.
No, see,
That's
I always
horseshit.
check the account, and then when I saw it was his only post. Nope, not falling
see,
for
I
it.
don't get why people even do that.
Because people are fucking lame, man. People are lame
They
on
put out,
social media.
they put out a fake profile. They pretend to be somebody with a fake emoji.
My boy, you ain't got nothing better to do.
Just for a chuckle.
You ain't got nothing better to do than be on your phone all damn day and putting up.
Why is your flashlight on?
Why is it on?
Why is your flashlight on?
Putting up fake tweets, fake posts, whatever they are.
Yeah, whatever you
all
wanna call
day. Oh, Steelers trade for Buda Baker per sources, and you have like 2 followers, and it fools everybody. All because you got a check mark and you pretend to be Adam Schefter with the profile picture and something that looks like his ad. Fucking jag off on social media,
It's
man.
not Schefter, it's Rappaport.
or Pelissero or Garofalo or
Arimirov.
Yeah.
Just for a chuckle. Like, you want to chuckle, go watch a
I hate
comedy
those people.
movie.
If you're
Like,
one of
come
those
on.
people, man, go fuck yourself. I hate those people.
Yes, Ryan, we know, swear jar. We know. It's empty. I don't know what to tell you.
I'll put a buck in there tomorrow. I promise you. We need to get this thing full. I want to make sure that this thing is 100% full. I'm tired of running out because
I'll tell you
now
what.
I don't know
tell
how
you
much
what.
to add.
Tell you what. When it comes to the rest of free agency and especially the draft, which we'll be live
the
for,
draft. Oh,
this
yes.
is going to be full because
Yes.
you know people that we're going to be looking for, that we're going to want to be Steelers, are going to be gone.
Oh, and there
And you
will be...
know, we can't hold back.
No.
You know we're not going to hold back. Like, whatever's going to come out is pure, true emotion,
Yeah.
just like it always is.
Yeah. It's 11-11, make a wish. I can't say it out loud. I can't say it out loud.
No. Here, I'll put it into mine.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah, me too.
Got it. Cicero with another $2 says pre-draft 10.5 over under on wins this year. Over.
Yeah, I would say so. I don't see how we don't.
We were what, 9-8 last year?
10-7.
10-7.
We got 10 wins
with Kenny Pickett. Now we're going to have a better line, a better OC, a better quarterback,
Yeah.
a better defense.
Yep.
Yeah, we can win 10 or
I
11
don't
games.
see,
Maybe 12.
I don't see how we don't.
Maybe 12 if the coaching doesn't fail us again.
I don't see how we don't.
I still have my concerns about coaching,
Yeah.
about Tomlin,
All right.
even about Arthur Smith, because
We're still skeptical
he
about
has
that.
he has never schemed a top 15 passing game. Now he's never had a quarterback like Russell Wilson.
Although Russell Wilson ain't exactly
He's
Russell
not Russell Wilson exactly. So I still have my concerns on that, but I know the run game we have. I don't know. Maybe there's things Arthur Smith wants to experiment with Russell Wilson. He's gonna get that.
Well,
play
they were
action.
talking 6 fucking hours. I sure hope so.
Oh, well, they got that play action down. That's what he feeds off of. The ground game, and then chucking it deep, which Wilson loves to do, which we got a guy that can do it. We got a couple guys that can do it, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Maybe they entertain some other formations that Arthur Smith wasn't really using in the past. Maybe some 11 personnel. Maybe he uses more Darnell Washington, which I would love. I think we should do it.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to say this right now in front of everyone live here. I'm going to make a bold prediction. I think Darnell Washington makes a decent case to be a number 1 tight end next year.
You think he breaks out?
I don't want to say exactly break out. I just think he makes a case enough that maybe we don't have to resign Muth if we don't have to.
Yeah, because, again, I know we're looking further ahead into next offseason, but, again, something to keep in the back of your mind. Muth is in his last year of his rookie contract.
Yeah.
And, I mean, like, recently, he hasn't really been healthy.
He hasn't been utilized. Let's get that out the way.
Absolutely. He hasn't been utilized. But at the same time, he hasn't been healthy. And he just, like, because of where we selected him and the fact that we chose him over you-know-who, don't even have to say
And
it.
also the coaching we put him under. I mean, he hasn't given us the production we all thought we wanted.
It's like,
His first 2 years, he had 700-plus yards. So, I mean, he can do it.
he's shown it if he can stay healthy. But if we're not going to use that, and if he can't stay healthy, why keep him?
Well, Smith better use it.
He should.
Because we got him under 1 more year, and I want to see him break out because we know what he can do up the middle. We know he can be a vertical threat.
The security blanket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he can be, as long as he can stay healthy.
Mm-hmm.
But perhaps maybe Arthur Smith wants to utilize Washington and his size and his athleticism a little more. Maybe he makes a decent case to be a 1. And thus, we don't have to re-sign Muth.
If we were
It
to
depends.
utilize his receiving and vertical threat ability, maybe.
If Muth comes out and has another really good year, then yeah, you can resign him for cheap.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that. Otherwise, if Washington can make a case to be the 1, yeah, he should be the 1. It depends if we utilize his receiving ability. We know he's a phenomenal blocker. He's got that marked down. We knew that when we drafted him. Let's use his size. Let's use his athleticism a little bit.
Yeah.
He's not the most athletic tight end, but he can be used in the passing game.
Of course.
That's one of my little bold predictions
And
out
I
there.
sure as hell hope that Muth does break out.
It's nothing against Muth. I want Muth to break out. I know the target he can be. He's shown that multiple times.
Yeah. I mean, he had the nickname Baby Grunt coming out of Penn State. We selected him over a center when we needed a center.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I hope to God that we utilize Muth. Muth can stay healthy, and Muth can show his true potential.
Mm-hmm. You think our tight end's going to get used more with Russell Wilson? Yes. Wilson likes his tight ends.
Remember him and Jimmy Graham?
Yeah.
When Seattle traded for Jimmy Graham? He was a big red zone target.
Yeah. Him and Will Dissly before Wilson left.
Will Dissly. Yep. What was his name? Luke Wilson, that other backup he had.
Well, wow, that's one I haven't heard in a minute. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that took me back.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
What was the other one? Motherfucker cost me a damn playoff, a fantasy championship.
Yeah, with
Dre Greenlaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Josh K. He knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Josh K from the UK.
Knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Can't forget his target, Noah Fant.
Yeah,
Did he have Noah Fant?
Yeah.
No, he was part of the package.
Yeah, he was part of the package. He never
Yeah,
had
geez,
Fant.
my bad.
And then they really had a tight end. Dolchich was solid. Dolchich, when healthy, was solid.
Yeah, that's another. Yeah, well, that's another guy that can't stay healthy.
I know.
But that's in Denver.
Yeah. Who will take first team quarterback reps first in OTAs? That's going to be all over the news. It's Wilson.
Why wouldn't it be?
It's Wilson.
Why wouldn't it be?
I'll tell you who it's not going to be. It's not going to be Kenny Pickett. It's not. It's not Nick Vannett. Yeah, it's another one. Yeah, it's not going to be Kenny Pickett, dude. No. My boy is on the bench. Where's my Kenny Pickett towel?
It's in there somewhere.
I ain't bringing that back out.
I still got one too. I got a Kenny Pickett held a pit t-shirt.
Yeah. I'm so glad I didn't.
I'm about to bring that puppy out.
I'm so glad I didn't get a Kenny Pickett jersey.
No, I wasn't jumping the gun on that one.
But I am. I might be getting a Pickens jersey, but I want to hold off because with receivers, it's
You never know.
All right, we got an update on L'Jarius Sneed. According to Aaron Wilson, who's a very reliable source, Aaron Wilson on X says Chiefs franchise player and lockdown corner L'Jarius Sneed is drawing interest from multiple NFL teams, including Titans, in active trade scenarios. Active. Per league sources. No firm offer yet, but dialogue remains active.
Something to keep an eye out for.
Damn, would they trade him within conference? I mean, they don't got to fear the fuck.
No, they don't.
I mean, they don't fear nobody.
They don't have to fear shit. They're the Chiefs. They have Pat Mahomes and Taylor Swift.
I would really like Sneed, man. I would, but I know he's going to cost a lot. I think we tried it with Diontae, and then we would still have to pay him a lot.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
At the moment, free agency, as far as signings go, is just pretty quiet.
Yeah,
And it's getting to that time where it's 40 minutes to midnight. So
yeah, I don't think anything else is going to be breaking. I was really hoping after the Diontae news that we would get something, that we would get news on a receiver being signed, because that's the expectation from all of us is, hey, he traded a receiver, so he's got to have someone locked in, right? He's got to have someone close to being signed. It makes sense. Typically, that's what happens. A team trades a player, and then they sign their replacement.
Yep.
And that could still happen. We just might have to wait a little longer.
I bet you Sierra gets that Taylor Swift treatment, says Devin B.
No, absolutely not.
I highly doubt.
Man, she could have had that Taylor Swift treatment. She didn't. She's not as big of a star as Taylor Swift either. But no.
Well, Russell Wilson ain't no Pat Mahomes.
No, Travis Kelce as well. They're not. He's not.
I say Pat Mahomes because he's linked
megastar.
to the Chiefs, and the Chiefs are the NFL's team.
Yeah, and
that's what I mean.
And Travis Kelce's the same thing. He's just a big megastar as Mahomes. So, yeah, no, she's not going to get the same treatment. No. Not at all. She never did in Seattle. She never did in Denver. She ain't going to get in Pittsburgh.
Oh, plus, no disrespect, but Sierra ain't a Taylor Swift.
You mean market value?
Yeah.
Okay, well, there you go.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, everybody knows who Taylor Swift is.
Yeah.
Everybody knows her following.
Yeah, absolutely.
Her music. Compared to Sierra and what she does.
Right. Let me see the update on this poll. 236 votes. What wide receiver do you want the Steelers to sign? 50% say Tyler Boyd. I mean, it makes sense.
And that's everybody's go-to and probably everybody's favorite.
Yeah.
I'm all for that.
The free agent wide receivers out there are not worth it if the draft is the best option. We still need extra bodies. We still need some experience. We still need, I would say, a starter in there.
Yeah.
We do.
Can't go into the draft with just 2 wide receivers and maybe we're signing Miles Boyd.
And the Steelers haven't done that, I don't think, in years. They never went into the draft without a starting wide receiver on the roster. When they drafted Juju, they had their starters. When they drafted Claypool, they had their starters. When they drafted Pickens, they had their starters.
They did.
So they're going to need another starting wide receiver before drafting someone. Unless they really plan on drafting someone high. I don't know. I don't know. But I would anticipate a free agent receiver because we need bodies and we need that experience. I'm just curious to know who. It's got to be Boyd or Ridley to make this Diontae Johnson trade a little I would say salvaged.
I suppose.
Just a little bit. I do think they sign 2 receivers though, because they really need a depth. They could sign someone that's a starter like a Boyd, then they can sign like a Mac Hollins, can play special teams and can play depth.
Yeah.
Or someone along those lines, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a solid move there. So, I mean, that's what I'm expecting. That's what I'm hoping. I think that's the best way to go because they really do need it. But
yeah, because Denzel Mims is not it.
No.
Says still a chance. He's still in the stable. I forgot all about that. Denzel Mims is not that.
No. Denzel Mims is not that.
No.
Brother Mark, 1992, says, once again, if Colbert is still the GM, do we be this aggressive? Trick question. Yeah, trick question. The answer is no.
Not even close.
No, we don't get Queen. Dude, Queen is the highest paid free agent we've ever signed.
That's only at $41 million.
We have never signed any of the top free agents, ever, because we've been draft heavy and we never go big in free agency. Never. Colbert never won. What was the highest free agent you ever signed? Daniels? Maybe. Who else? Steven Nelson? I don't know. Beats the shit out of me. No, we wouldn't get Russell Wilson if Colbert was still the GM because he would have relied too heavy on Pickett. And that was Colbert's guy, not Kahn's.
Yep.
Kahn's already trying to right the Colbert's wrongs.
Remember, guys, Colbert wanted to go out to make sure the Steelers had their center and quarterback, and
yeah,
now we are replacing both.
Fucked up in the worst ways possible.
Not to only mention we also replacing punter.
No, when I mean biggest free agent, I'm talking like cost wise.
Yeah, spending wise.
I'm talking financially.
Yeah, because
obviously Joe Hayden was a great addition. Obviously James Fair is probably his best free agent ever. But I'm talking financially. That's what I mean.
And the cap space back in the day was much more cheap.
Clearly.
I mean, like
clearly.
Like what they were getting paid nowadays is the average of a backup quarterback.
Or a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Dude, Dan Marino in the 90s, when salary cap first came available, Dan Marino in the 90s set the record for the highest paid quarterback in NFL history. You know how much he was getting paid a year?
I know.
$5 million. Willie Gay got $5 million from the Saints today.
I believe Nate Herbig, I believe his cap hit is $6 million. And he's a backup guard.
Yeah. I mean, the cap just
every year it just gets higher.
Influences, yeah. I mean,
it just gets higher.
Secret, but yeah, absolutely. So last year was a lot, just cheaper back then.
Mm-hmm.
We signed Steven Nelson for $25 million. How much did we sign Daniels for? Because I know Colbert signed Daniels. I think James Daniels was his most expensive free agent he's ever signed. And that was the year he finally had something to work with, some cap to work with. Yeah. Daniels is only 26.
Yeah. And he's still young. He was only 24 when we signed him.
26.5 mil. Damn, that's a hell of a contract. You know what sucks, though? You know what sucks? We're going to have to extend him.
As he should be extended.
This year, he's going to have to get extended. I would expect an extension come training camp. He's next in line for an extension because he's coming to the last year, not this year. I don't think so. Wait, yeah, maybe it is next. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
it's a 3-year deal?
Yeah, he's coming to his last year. Shit.
Yeah,
we're going to have to extend Daniels.
Extend Daniels. He's your best lineman.
And these guard contracts from Hunt and Lewis that the Panthers paid might have messed up the market. But Daniels, we got to keep.
Yeah, you got to keep him. You got to lock him down.
Got to keep Daniels. I would expect an extension.
Got to lock him down.
And that's one of the good things about trading Diontae is now we don't have to trade Diontae. We don't have to pay Diontae a big extension. Half of that can go to Daniels.
Yes, it can.
Most of that can go to Daniels.
As it should.
That's big.
As it should.
That's big right
Guy's
there.
been nothing but stellar ever since he's been a Steeler.
That's big right there.
Keep him.
We signed Jordan for $27 million, if you remember that. I didn't know it was that high.
Was it that high?
Yes, it was.
I did not know that.
Maybe his one extension was. Because when we signed, I don't know. Hold on. I don't remember.
Was it the signing of that price or was the extension that price?
I miss Joe Hayden. Oh, he's one of those dudes. I know he had to go, but he's one of those guys I really miss.
Yeah.
Yeah, $27 million.
When
you guys are correct.
Him? Okay.
Yep, and he only played his contract. I think got a little bit of an extension, but he played his contract out. Yeah, he signed a 2-year, $22 million deal.
That was a signing that was absolutely necessary. Colbert couldn't even deny it.
No.
He knew he had to make the move.
Yeah, so Hayden might have been his most expensive free agent. Makes sense.
Rightfully so.
Joe Hayden was a dog. I need a Joe Hayden jersey. Why don't I have one? Disappointed myself. eBay. Remember the good old days when eBay was the only place we could buy shit? When Amazon was just starting? You didn't have Marketplace. You didn't have all this. You didn't have Temu, which I hate because I got delivered all the damn time. My God. Oh, my God. You should have seen on Friday. Half my truck was Temu. Chinese knockoffs. Fucking hate Temu.
Oh, jeez.
Fuck Temu, man. Swear to God.
Dan is not a fan of Temu.
Joe Hayden Steelers jersey. Let's see if I can buy one live here. There's a signed one. Ooh.
How much is that?
$100. Ain't shit. Go away!
That's actually not too bad.
Motherfucker. What is eBay doing? A authentic Pittsburgh Steelers jersey, Joe Hayden. Oh, would you knock it off? Holy damn! What did eBay do? It's a medium.
You can fit it.
$40. $40. Yeah, I could fit a medium.
Don't you have a Cordell Stewart jersey that you can still fit?
Barely.
Really?
Barely.
Okay. What size is that?
Small kids.
Is a kid small?
No, kid's large.
That's still small.
I have it somewhere. I'm gonna get it.
That's still
I'm gonna get it.
small.
I'm not gonna put it on.
Get the Cordell Stewart. Get the Slash, man. Get Slash.
I still have it, man.
SteelTwins, what do you think about the Queen signing? They say he is bad in coverage. I wouldn't say that. He's definitely improved over the past 2 years. We love the Queen signing. I think it's a slam dunk signing. One of the best free agents out there. Omar Khan wasn't playing around. He wanted to fix the linebacker position. That's what he did. Can you not find it? It's in there. Should be at the front. Oh, jeez. Danny can't find his Cordell Stewart. Can we get Keenan Allen away from the Chargers? Now with his contract. He's like $20 million.
Really?
Yeah. Something like that. Here, let me check. Just for shits and giggles. As Danny finds his Cordell jersey. Let me see what Allen's contract is. He's into his last year. $34 million cap hit. Holy shit. Yeah. Chargers can deal with that.
Ah, got it.
You found it.
This is it's gotta be like 13 years old, bro. 14 years old, bro.
Get in here.
It's like 14 years old, bro. Hold on. Let me see the size. Where's the size at?
Should be at the bottom.
It's a large.
That's definitely a kid's large.
Didn't
you buy this off eBay too?
No, my sister got it for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, our
That's
sister
right. Sis did get it for you.
Yeah, our sister got it for us.
This is the first jersey you actually got.
This is my very first Steelers jersey. /
Bro, you can see like how old it is.
And let me tell you, as a young Steelers fan, I had no idea who the fuck this was. But you know what I did? You know what I did?
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know Slash.
You know what?
We were youngins, bro.
What was I like? 9, 10, I think.
Yeah, like come on.
So
we were just like getting into the sport.
Yeah, like I knew Ben, I knew Troy, I knew Ferrier, I knew the guys then, right? As a young kid, I didn't know who Stewart was. But you know what I did? I went online and I searched up who he was, and then
you Googled it, yeah.
I that went into searching everything Steelers, bro, and that I was hooked. Because as a kid,
I did the same thing.
Because as a kid, when I was invested in a subject or something, I needed to know everything, every fucking detail. I was a nerd. And the Steelers, bro, it's
funny because I did the same thing.
It just attached to me. Yeah, I know swear jar. I got you guys, bro. $2. I promise, $2.
Guys, yeah. Slash was way ahead of his time. Way ahead of his time.
He would have been great in this era.
Oh my God.
Him and Lamar in those rivalries?
Yeah.
Dude. Have you guys ever dressed the same as kids? Yes. In school?
Oh, school was fun.
Dude, there'll be times.
School was fun.
It even happens still. There'll be times that we like just wear the same things the same day.
And it just happens by accident. Like no lie, no shit.
The funniest part is when it happens and we don't even do it on purpose. It happens at work. And they don't know who's who. It was hilarious.
And we just play along with it.
Oh, man. It still happens. It's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. Oh, man.
It never gets old.
Yeah.
A twin thing, a twin trick, twin magic, whatever. It never gets old.
Mace, wait, what?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? No, he didn't.
You're lying.
No, he didn't.
You're lying.
Or is that your prediction? Because they need a center.
Wait, what? What did you say?
What, you see the same thing I did?
What did you see?
From Madden Sauce.
What did he say?
Mason to Carolina with DJ.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything. I could see it. But then he would definitely be backup because they're not sitting the #1 pick last year.
He could back up Bryce because who's their backup now?
I don't know.
I don't even care to look.
I don't want to know. Yeah.
But I was also thinking maybe Mason Cole because they need center. I don't know. I mean, if they want to sign Mason Cole, by all means.
I mean, for the sake of not drafting Frazier or trading up for JPJ, yeah, go for it. But,
yeah, by all means. Feel free.
I mean, if you want to get Bryce Young killed or Actually, you know what? That'd be fitting. That'd be a fitting signing because, I mean, he snaps low and Bryce Young has the right height for it. That would make the most sense in the world.
Dude.
Damn, bro. Go sign Mason Cole. It makes the most sense for the Panthers. Holy shit.
Why not Arizona then, huh? Why not try back out in Arizona?
Dude, that make the most sense in the world. Wow. They should so do that. They should so do that.
He don't even have to go low. He's just like, got it. Got it, I'm going to drop back.
It's like Kevin Hart back there.
Hat.
All right, I'm done with the kid jokes, I promise. I'm done with the kid jokes. We did that enough when Carolina beat us.
Yes, he's small. Yes.
Okay. We all want Simmons. Everyone wants Simmons, man. Everyone wants Simmons. Why wouldn't you want Simmons, bro? Yes, I know Simmons is a free safety, but he can play in the box. He can play all over.
And he has.
He can play all over. I mean, I want Whitehead, I want Blackman, I want Cameron Crowe mostly. Those are better fits, in my opinion. But I'm not saying no to a Simmons and a Minka duo. I'm just not.
For the right price?
I'm just not. And you're not moving Minka to strong safety. No, you put him back at free safety and let him roam over there. Let Minka be Minka.
Yeah, put him in his natural habitat.
Yeah.
Just let him cook.
Yeah,
let him loose.
Yeah, you let him do that. I would trade up for Zach Frazier in the first round. As long as they don't give up a lot. If they don't give up a lot like they did last year with Broderick, go for it.
If they really want him.
Go for it.
Which Frazier does fit.
They have 2 fourths. They can afford to lose one if they really wanted to. Go for it. You want to trade next year's capital? You have 2. They have 2 fifths next year. Go for it.
They might. I'm not sure.
Something like that.
Yeah, Jordan Poyer. He did sign with the Dolphins.
Yeah, he signed with the Dolphins.
1-year deal.
You think Johnson gone? We draft wide receiver early. Yeah, that's inevitable. What I'm really interested in is who they're going to sign now. They need a starting receiver now.
Yeah.
They're going to need one like now. Boyd, Ridley. I'll throw Hollywood Brown out there, but he's like a discount Diontae, and Diontae didn't even fit. So I just don't see how that makes the most sense in the world. But as far as I've heard about Ridley, New England's pushing to sign him. Nothing's been made official. And that was like 10 hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
So. But yeah, Diontae Johnson's no longer a Steeler, folks. Diontae Johnson's no longer a Steeler.
Now that chapter in his book is closed.
Yeah. And
or has ended.
Yeah. And it's 11. It's 11:36. Time flew today. Holy hell.
That's what happens when free agency period hits.
Yeah. Electrovill says Texans looking like another. Dude, Texans are deadly.
Yeah, they just got Daniil Hunter, dude.
They replaced Blake Cashman with Azeez Al-Shaair, which is very good. Him and D'Amico together again. You got Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter, like you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
God, they got all their rookies were studs last year.
Yep. Tank Dale's going to be coming back from injury.
God,
Nico Collins.
That O-line's going to be healthy now?
Yep.
Wow. No longer will they have to play Kendrick Green.
They showed so much progression in Stroud's rookie year.
Yeah.
D'Amico's head coaching rookie year. I mean, they can go all the way.
They're going to be a push.
They can go all the way.
Dude, they might. I don't know, man. They might be a conference contender. And Joe Mixon. Yeah, how can I forget that?
Yeah, they did trade for Mixon.
Him and Pierce. I want to be a run defense going up against that. And I feel confident about ours with the Queen signing.
No, those two guys are touchdown magnets.
They're not going to be explosive. They're not going to burn you. But they will beat you up. They will tire you out. And that is for sure.
And they'll fight for the goal line right there.
Oh, yeah.
They're in that situation. I mean, you already know what to do.
Yeah.
D'Amico already knows what to do.
Yeah, they will tire you out, and they will kill you with Stroud, dude. They got the right idea, man. Texans, man, they are on the rise. Trading Watson was the best thing they could have ever done. Wow.
Yeah, they won that trade.
Yes, they did. Let's see. LMK Reptiles says this gives room for Higgins to go off. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Now he's going to be getting more targets. Now he's going to be getting wide receiver 1 dudes, which we know he can do.
Yeah.
I mean, and in 4 games that Johnson was out, I think 3 of them he had 100 yards.
You might be right.
I think it was back-to-back games he had 100-yard games as well.
That was when Pickett was the quarterback.
God almighty. This guy is a freak ready to be unleashed. We already knew that, but my God.
Yeah.
If everything turns out, if everything goes as it should with Smith and Wilson and Pickens is number 1, he's going to be in line for like a Mike Evans type season, bro. Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Like, holy hell.
That'd be nice.
That'd be very nice. That'd be very nice. Mike Evans is one of the best receivers in football. One of the most consistent. And I'd still argue underrated because I don't think he gets the praise he should. Top 5 receiver in the league. You think Pat Freiermuth will be more in the slot? I would put him in the slot, and I'd put Darnell at tight end 1. I'd run a lot of 12 personnel. Arthur Smith loves to run a lot of 12 personnel. He loves to use his tight ends.
Yeah.
He likes to run a lot of 3 tight end sets. So we might see some of Connor Hayward in the receiving game. Not a bad idea at all.
Whatever to get these tight ends involved, because I really like the tight end group. I really like the tight end room.
Yeah.
I think they're all studs in their own right. I feel like if you put them in the best predicament to utilize their abilities on the field, I think they can actually make some solid plays.
And any way where Muth doesn't have to block is a good thing. Move him around like he's a Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram doesn't block a lot for the Jags. He's used a lot in the slot. He can be used a lot up the seam. He's got the athleticism to do it. That's where Muth can be. He can be the solution to the slot issue.
Yeah.
That's what I think Muth can bring to the table. And we can put Darnell at that tight end position as an additional blocker, or if you want to use him in some short yard situations as that secret weapon, use his size in the red zone. We can get creative, man. He can get creative if he really wants to. He really can, man. I'm really hoping he starts opening up his mind and open up his playbook and starts utilizing these weapons. We'll see what happens come the season, man. I'm just very interested to see what receivers he's going to add to the team.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're looking pretty much next for, is the receiver or receivers they might add, because there might be more than one receiver they add in free agency.
As they should.
And strong safety. Maybe another corner. Maybe. We'll see.
Slot guy, I would assume.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But one thing's for sure. They are not done. They're far from done. And Khan has something up his sleeve. He has something brewing. There's a method to this madness by trading Diontae Johnson. In conclusion, man, because we're going to get out of here. We're going to enjoy the rest of our night. And we're going to go to bed because it's been a very long day of just up and down, a roller coaster of emotions for our beloved Pittsburgh Steelers, man. In conclusion, Steelers trade Diontae Johnson and their 7th round pick to the Panthers for Donte Jackson and a 6th round pick. One team's issues is now another team's others, pretty much.
Yeah, but in the end, both teams got exactly what they were looking for, what they wanted in the end.
Exactly. And
we'll see how this trade overall plays out.
Yeah.
Especially for us.
Yeah, I mean, it's not looking good now. I'm not a fan of it now, but we know more is coming, so it's only a matter of time, isn't it? Maybe later tonight when we get off stream. Maybe tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow. It has to be tomorrow. More news will be coming tomorrow. That is for certain. And we can't wait for it, man. We're all excited for it. We're all just itching to know what's going to happen next. Perhaps we're just a sleep away from knowing. So, with that being said, man, got to be a little professional here. Got to be a little thankful here. Shout out to Diontae Johnson. Like, sincerely. Shout out to Diontae Johnson. He came in and pulled off a very tough task. He replaced Antonio Brown. No one, I don't care who it was, no one was going to fill his shoes. But he came in. He was the receiver one for a couple years. He had his issues. He had his mistakes. And they're still very occurring. But he was a very solid wide receiver. I was always a fan of Diontae Johnson. Even through his errors. We knew the potential he had.
And still has.
And I think Panthers might be a better fit for him because perhaps they can utilize him properly. Because with our offense, with our scheme, with our coordinator, with our quarterback situation, I don't think that his talents were utilized to the best of his ability. So there's a lot more that Diontae Johnson can offer, and perhaps the Panthers can bring that out of him. So to Diontae Johnson, we respectfully want to say thank you for the years you've given us, for the production you've given us, and good luck in the future. Shout out Diontae Johnson.
Big time. Best of luck, man.
And George Pickens, you are now the wide receiver one, and we are all rooting for you. We all have our faith in you. Everyone is backing George Pickens to be the wide receiver one. He already is. So let's go. And yes, I'll say it once more. Let's ride.
That's getting old.
Already?
That's really getting old now.
See, I'm just going to say it just to piss you off now.
Jeez. Just like I'm going to say Artie Smith.
Don't.
I just did.
Don't.
I just did.
Not Artie, bro. Artie and the Steelers don't mix. You know that. You know that. So, we're going to get out of here, man. You guys enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you guys for joining us late for a second live stream today. It was always a possibility, but never thought it would be at this news. So,
no.
Here we are, man. Steelers today signed Patrick Queen. Great signing. Fucking love it. And they trade Diontae Johnson. They get a cornerback, too, for now in return. A decent one, a mid one. But we know there's a lot more to this. Khan has something going on, and we're going to find out shortly. So that could be later tonight. That could be when we're asleep. That could be when we wake up. That could be tomorrow. One thing's for sure is it's coming, and we know it. We're all itching to know what it is. So we're going to find out shortly. We'll be covering it, as you guys know. See you guys then. Thank you guys for joining us today on a very newsworthy day for our Pittsburgh Steelers. And tomorrow, these moves, they all become officially official. And we can welcome these gentlemen to the black and gold.
At 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Gotta love it. You guys enjoy the rest of your night. And who knows? We might see you tomorrow. Might see you Thursday. Depends on what news it is. Otherwise, follow us on X at SteelTwins. Keep you updated on the giveaway for George Pickens, obviously. And just any update revolving the Steelers and free agency. So, otherwise, have a great rest of your night, man. Thank you guys a lot. Appreciate you. Love you all.
And as always, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later.
Peace!